Hello guys, we are going to be doing a little Q4 action today. This is one of my favorite planes, obviously. So we're going to do IFR from Friedman, Haley, Haley Friedman to Jackson Hole. I have custom scenery at Jackson Hole, which has all the nice mountains and all that stuff. So, and the clouds are, it's not very cloudy over Jackson Hole, so the views should be really nice. On these recordings, as everyone is aware, I will cut out the boring cruise part so you guys will get the setup, the takeoff, and the arrival into Jackson Hole. The cruise will just cut out. I do stream randomly on Twitch, so you guys can see my Twitch channel on my YouTube front page. Somewhere there's a link to bring you right to my Twitch channel. So if you follow my Twitch, you'll be alerted when I go live because I do it randomly. Not a lot, like once a week, sometimes twice a week is my normal streaming. I don't always upload my streamings to YouTube. All right, looks like our fuel's showing up, so it's a good time to figure out our fuel. And we'll brief the flight and such. So as usual, we're going to fly on pilot edge. We're going to do the Arroyo 3 Reaps transition. Then I'll punch in this airway and these VORs and such. We'll request a shortcut. You may not hear that because I might cut the video before I request that, because otherwise this route takes us all the way down and back up. They do this because of the terrain. So usually when I get high enough, right about here, I'll ask for a shortcut to Idaho Falls VOR, so I can just bypass all that. But you have to file this because of terrain initially. So just because just because the flight plan looks long, nothing stops you from requesting shortcuts. I'm going to file flight level 190, and I'm just going to put this heavy. I'm probably not going to go 74, but get a little extra fuel that way. Figure out what the fuel is with a heavy load. All right, I'm going to need that wind. So the wind is 192.025. We'll say 59.25 for fuel. .30 information, the Sierra 140, 10 knots, 10 square miles. Visibility scattered at 9,000, broken at 11,000 for clouds. And these are always AGL, not MSL. Depart 13. Jackson Hole is clear, which means no clouds 1,200 feet above field at all. 10 square miles, there's no clouds reported. Wind calm, visual approach is in use. 19er in use. So we'll come down here. We'll do United. We are Slant Lima. Don't do CBDLC for this one. I don't think. Yeah, there's no CBDLC capable. So Friedman, Jackson Hole, Salt Lake City is our backup, I guess. That's fine. I'll leave that. Actually, you don't need an alternate because the weather doesn't make it mandatory. So that looks fine. So go ahead and get that flight plan filed. So we're up here at the terminal, so we'll taxi down to 13. Got 7,500 feet of runway. And we're going to do the Aurora 3 climb via, so we have to be above 8,400 feet at Serpy, above 9,500 feet at Reaps. And then we're going to be on Victor 500. So we'll just continue out on this airway from Reaps. So we're going to get an instruction to climb via the SID. except maintain whatever initial altitude. Top altitude. So he'll probably assign me an initial altitude. Let's do a minimum climb of 420. Haha, 420. All right, let me see what that climb rate is. It's usually on the chart. So 62. So the climb radiant is 420 feet per nautical mile. So that's about, at 200 knots, it's 1400 feet per minute. So that, yeah, this plane will have no problem making that climb rate gradient. All right, so that is good. Wind is right down the runway at 10 knots. Bust through a little cloud layer there, and Jackson Hole was clear. Yep, still is. Light winds. A little bit of weather in the area around where we are, but not much over here at Jackson Hole. So we got some clouds, and there's some icing low. Actually, we're going to be right in the middle there, so we have to keep an eye on icing for this flight. It's funny, in August you have to worry about icing, just certain parts of the country. All right, cool. Actually, that's not what I wanted to show you. See where I got that climb rate. I'll do airport, departure. That's interesting. So the Royal 3 is not on this. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong airport, duh. Okay. That would help. Elevation 53, we'll need that for the altimeter check. There we go. I was like, what in the world was going on? All right. So I knew that I like to climb out at 200 knots initially, so 420 to 65 or 6,200 feet, minimum 1,400. We're going to start at 2,000 feet per minute, so we have no problem there. I was like, what in the world is that? All right. right, let's do 65. And the, let me see, time en route. Shows about 40 minutes. Fuel, 5925. And we're doing 65 times 30, so 19. That looks good. It's definitely enough fuel, so I don't know why it was doing that. $59.25 fuel. Weird. Alright, that looks good. Start the loading process. Do spoilers to taxi. Arm anti-skid. Running off of DC power, external power. Come back here. Get our little mascot. That FlyJ Sim hid back here. There we go. Got our little airplane mascot. Now this doesn't have any GPS coordinates, so I just have to look at Sky Vector. The center of the airport is 433023. So that's close enough. 11417. All right, that's good. So this is actually my current physical location. I'm looking at the airport on Sky Vector, which shows 433023, 1141773. So hit accept and accept. That will align all the nav equipment. Let's start the APU. All right, now we're running off of APU power. I disconnected the external power unit, ground power unit. ATIS is 128.22.
Advise on initial contact. You have information Sierra. Haley Friedman-Memorial Airport. 8 is information Sierra. 1747 Zulu. Wind 130 at 10. Visibility 10. 9,000 scattered. Ceiling 1000 broken. Temperature 23. Dew point 13. Altimeter 3030. Arriving runway 31. Departing runway 13. Visual approaches in use. Read call runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Sierra.
Alright, and the elevation was 5320, so right on the money there. So the altimeter is correct. And we are logged into Haley Ground, so we can pick up our IFR clearance. Just looking at the pilot edge map, I like to do that before I request my clearance to see if my clearance has changed, and it looks like it might have changed. So I had filed the Royal 3 Reaps, then Victor 500 to Pocatello POR, and looks like they're going to change it on me. Let me see before I call up this, what kind of fuel changes this will. Actually, let me just get the clearance first. It's going to be Haley Ground on 0.7.
Number 37, Draco Bravo, descendant pilot discretion, maintain 6,000.
Descendant pilot discretion, 6,000, Black and Draco Bravo.
Good afternoon, Haley Ground, United 1399 at Tatarma with Sierra, IFR Jackson Hole.
United 1399, Haley Ground, clear to Jackson Hole Airport, Aurelia 3 departure, Reaps transition, then direct Kilo Uniform 78 Oscar waypoint, Tango Uniform Victor Oscar Charlie, direct Mike Oscar Sierra Sierra Sierra, then Delta November Whiskey VOR, and then direct, climb via SID, accept maintain flight level 190. Departure with Salt Lake City Center 133.25 and squawk 4130.
Clear to Jackson Hole via Royal 3 departure, Reaps transition, direct to Kilo Uniform 78 Oscar, direct Tuvok, direct Moss, direct Denor, VOR direct, climb via the SID, accept maintain flight level 190, departure with Salt Lake 133.25, squawk 4130, United 1399.
United 1399, right back, correct, thanks.
That's why it helps to look on the website. I'll show you where how I did that. Let me see if I can find it here. So come over here. You can go to live map, and I knew the flight changed, or the flight plan changed, because you can click on it and it shows what he had put in there. So I'm just going to copy that and make sure the fuel is the same, because this is a totally different flight plan than what I filed, because I filed that. So we're going to do this instead. Interesting waypoint. So now we're looking at 61.26 for fuel. That was the main thing I needed to check. 61.26 winds are 197 at 20. All right. That's why you don't say request IFR to Jackson Hole as filed, because you can't demand as filed. I didn't get as I filed, so you just say like I did on the clearance, request IFR to Jackson Hole. That's it. See what you get. Sometimes you get what you file, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. All right. So our nav data is good till today. Tomorrow we have to update our nav data tomorrow. Okay. So flight plan, we're going to do the menu departure number 1, number 2 for REAPS flight plan. And then we're going to go to this new waypoint that I've never heard of before. Called KU780. 78 Oscar, I think he said. Cool, it worked. And then TU VOC. And then Moss. DNW, which is the Denor VOR. And Jackson Hole. I'll worry about an approach when we get there. Winds started at SERP, which is 197.020.
Bird 3 Echo Bravo's correct, Kit B.
Fuel weight is 52,804. Fuel on board is 5911. I need to change the fuel actually. I wonder if I can top off. Let me see here. 61.26. Well, we already have. Alright, what was I don't want the next load. How do I do this? Guess I could just go and add the fuel up there. It sucks that you can't top off the fuel. Alright, so I'm just going to change this to 6126. I guess that beats alright, so 6126. 58,930. That's our gross weight, so that is correct. So now I need to do, I have a takeoff perf app on my iPad. So our takeoff weight is 52,804. Takeoff fuel, 6122. $59,926. Is that? That's fine. Wish I could show you guys this app. You can just find it on the App Store. Load METAR. All right. $123.
Bird 3 Echo Bravo across Kitten D at or above 2,000. Clear the RNAV runway 30 approach Madeira.
34.
KT,
54.
XP at or above 2,000. Clear the RNAV 30 approach Madeira, Blanca Sierra Bravo. Thank you.
I'm going to climb via the Civics at 19. Select altitude, hold on that. All right. I need to come over here, pull the data from this one.
Grounded cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready. Grounded cockpit, toes driving up.
Do an auto feather test.
Bird 318 Golf Lima Oakland Center Squawk 0756. Number 318 Golf Lima, radar contact 5 miles south of Chico, altimeters 3006.
Should be getting a passed. There we go. All of our doors should be
Okay.
closed,
All doors, hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
as he said. And our fuel should be even. And we're going to squawk 4130. Press and hold. Landing altitude into Jackson Hole.
So connected, bypass pin inserted. Release the parking brake. Starting pushback, go ahead, start the engines.
6450, so we'll say 65. Should probably turn on the red blinky light.
Operation complete, set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow, stand by. Tow is disconnected, bypass pin's been removed. Hand signal on the right, she's all yours, Captain.
Alright, we'll turn off the APU. And we've got these AC generator lights on, so we'll move our prop into 900 mode. That will give us some power on those engine generators. Props have to be at a certain RPM before they provide generator power. AC lights are out. Generators are 115. Put the bleed system on normal for right now. Bus tie off. Check our flight controls. Flaps 10. And we need window heat. And we might have to look at this icing when we're in the air. We'll see how that goes. Steering. Taxi light and yaw damper. And we're going to do vertical speed at 2,000 feet per minute.
November 8 Golf Lima, contact North Isle Bridge 127.4.
Get our current ATIS.
3. Visual approaches in use. Read backhaul runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Sierra. Haley Friedman-Memorial Airport. 8 is information, Sierra. 1747 Zulu. Wind 130 at 10. Visibility 10. 9,000 scattered. Ceiling 1000 broken. Temperature 23. Dew point 13. Altimeter 3030. Arriving runway 31. Departing runway 13. Visual approaches in use. Read backhaul runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Sierra.
Haley ground, United 1399 at the terminal with Sierra, ready to taxi.
At 1399, Haley ground, runway 13, taxi via Bravo.
13 via Bravo, United 1399. Alright, here we go. I'll arm the LNAV once we take off. Actually, once I get lined up on the runway, and then we'll activate autopilot once I'm at 6,200 feet. So we'll climb about 1,000 feet, and then I'll go autopilot on. We'll just fly it by hand. All right. Do auto feather. Get all that stuff ready. And we're gonna need some pitot heats on. That's off. Trim is in the white. Flaps 10. We'll do low and full power on the props. No warnings. Let's switch to tower and departure. It's 13325.
Number 373 Echo Bravo, no traffic observed between you and the airport. Report cancellation of IFR or missed approach, airborne on this frequency. Or you can cancel on the ground within 5 minutes of landing on 122.2. Quick exchange is approved.
I'll cancel 123.2 on the ground. Stay for Blanket Jacob Bravo, switching.
Haley Tower, United 1399, hold short 13.
At 1399, Haley Tower. Wind 130 at 10, runway 13, clear for takeoff.
Runway 13, clear for takeoff, United 1399. Alright guys, we're gonna climb to 65, then autopilot on, and then 84 by Serpy. And we'll do nav. Tell you why my landing gear was up when I first started this flight after I take off. It's kind of a funny story. Alright, 123, rotate after a bounce. We're up. Gear coming up.
Terrain.
United 1399, contact Salt Lake City Center.
Over to Salt Lake City Center, United 1399, see ya. Salt Lake City Center, United 1399, climbing via the Royal 3, leaving 6,500 for flight level 190.
United 1399, Salt Lake City Center, good afternoon, radar contact.
Alright, let's go to IAS mode. I'll bump this up to 190. Keep the packs on low for right now, full power, so we can clear the 8,400 restriction. We need 8,400 at Serpy and then 95 at Reaps. So I'll wait till we get to about 9,000. Alright. 900 mode. Increase our speed to 200. And we'll put our packs to normal. Altitude is armed. Turn that off. Make things a little quieter. That actually helps with the wind noise. We can climb up to 15,000 at 200 knots, and then we'll go to 190 knots to flight level 190. Flaps are up, gears up. Speaking of gear, that's the story. So we're at 10,000. We'll turn off those lights. So last night I was flying on VATSIM in Microsoft Flight Sim with the PMDG 737-7, and I just had bad luck the entire time I was trying to fly. First thing that happened was, let me sync up my heading here. First thing that happened is my radio panel didn't load properly, so then I had to restart after that. And then I'm halfway through my flight planning, and I was at Boston on VATSIM, and some Yahoo decided to spawn right on top of me. And in Microsoft Flight Sim, it has very, very bad clipping, so I couldn't see anything in the cockpit because someone decided it would be fun to just spawn on top of me. So I contacted the ground and I said, can you ask this guy to like move, because I've been here for 30 minutes. And he's like, he can't do that. So I asked him for the guy's call sign. So I chatted with him, and he was just like, I'll be out of here in a few minutes. So it's like very rude, wouldn't move or anything. Like, whatever, you get what you pay for. So I could tell when I heard him on the radio, he was probably like 12. So, you know, young people and everything has to be their way. So he didn't care about protocols, so I was just like, whatever. So I almost disconnected, but he moved right before, so I was able to finish my flight plan. Then the winds changed, I changed the flight plan from one runway to a different runway, and then as soon as I took off, the center, no, it wasn't center, it was my gear, something happened to the gear, like it wouldn't come up or something. So I was just like, I'm done. So I disconnected. Oh yeah, my track IR quit working too. So it was just one headache after another. But comes with the territory. Let's do a flyby here. Alright, well, I haven't seen any icing. I do monitor it up here, so I've got my inlet, prop icing, pitot icing, static port, left wing, right wing, window, carb, and I got my battery and generator stuff up here. I monitor all that from past experiences. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop the recording here, and we'll pick it. I'll pick it back up on our arrival in the Jackson Hole, unless something exciting happens, and I'll start it before. So see you in a flash. Alright guys, so I figured I'd pick it up here. The airport is over here. It's nice, sunny, pretty much cloudless skies. I requested the visual 1-9er approach into Jackson Hole. He told me I can descend pilot discretion to 15,000, so we'll go ahead and start down. Just wanted to stay up high enough so I could get this awesome view. But I already got 15,000 set. The altimeter at Jackson Hole is 30, 35. So I'm gonna go ahead and do vertical speed, and we'll drop out at about 1,000 feet per minute. Pull back on the RPM there a little bit. Looking at 30, 35. Salt Lake Center, United 1399 is leaving, flight level 190.
Yeah, 1399 roger.
And we're gonna put our thingamabobber on below the TCAS. Jackson Hole 57.8. So our VREF is 126, roughly. Turn the seat belts back on. Seat belts are back on. I never did run into any icing.
Yeah, 1399, turn left heading 010 vectors for the visual approach, runway 19er, and set to maintain 4000.
Left turn 010 vectors for visual 19, descend maintain 4000, United 1399. 010. Four. We'll switch the nav source to ILS because I already got that programmed for visual as reference.
This aircraft calling is all static. Yeah, 1399, just set to maintain 13,000.
Descend to maintain 3000, United 1399.
Seattle Center, Cessna 418 Papa, radio check. 418 Papa, Seattle Center, loud and clear. Rogers, Cessna 418 Papa, type set, 172 Skyhawk, 15 miles northwest of Roseburg, VOR. Like to get flight following to 2 Oscar Romeo 3 at 4,500.
Turn on our lighting.
November 418 Papa, Seattle Center, squad 0517. 0517, 418 Papa.
You can tell I don't have ortho for this part. It's just like the only airport I fly into, so no point in taking up a bunch of storage for ortho for a state I don't fly in much.
United 1399 Jackson Hole Airport about 11 o'clock and 11 miles. We don't have a play.
I have the field, United 1399.
United 1399, left traffic, and cleared visual approach runway 19.
Left traffic, cleared visual approach 19er, United 1399. Alright, so field elevation is 64, so I want about 75, 8,000 feet. About 8,000 for the base turn, that'll work. Got 1807 set. Everybody know we're going to be landing here. do prop to 900 mode for right now. Here's our airport. Just gonna come around this mountain. Come around that mountain when we come. Bleed air low. Props max.
Number 418 Papa, contact Cascade approach 119.6.
19.6 for November 418 Papa.
302, contact Los Angeles Center 124.62, we'll see ya.
124.62 Southwest 302, see ya.
Terrain, terrain.
Air 1399, contact Jackson Tower 118.07.
Jackson Tower 118.07, United 1399.
418 Papa, Cascade approach, Eugene, altimeter 3010.
3010, 418 Papa.
Terrain, terrain. Terrain, terrain.
Jackson Tower,
terrain.
United 1399, visual 19er.
Yeah, 1399, Jackson Tower, wind variable is 5, runway 19er, clear to land.
19er, clear to land, United 1399.
Terrain, terrain. 500. Terrain, terrain.
Little wobbly. Little wobbly. It's alright.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Unit 1399 Alpha to parking on this frequency, take care.
Alpha to parking with you, United 1399. Thanks, you too. See you.
122 Sierra Quebec, contact Oakland Center 125.75.
Alright, cabin diff is 0.
And 122 Sierra Quebec, Oakland Center, roger.
Flaps are good, bleeds are off, control lock, transponder, standby. Flaps are up, aux tanks are off, yaw damper is off. All right.
Disconnected.
Let's see what a replay looked like.
Twenty.
Not my most graceful approach. The touchdown was pretty good.
Five. Terrain. Terrain.
Watch the prop. You can actually see it turn for the reversers, which is pretty cool. That's a lot of attention to detail that these developers did. The plane is a challenge, but it's fun. united together. Never noticed that before. That's cool. Wow, they put a lot of attention. That is awesome. Alright, y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed the flight and the scenery. Give me a thumbs up if you like the stuff, like the material. Catch y'all next time. Chase out.